Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the world, wherever you are. Welcome to Magic the Gathering Arena, where today we are doing Streets of New Capenna, and our rare is a good one. This is the first draft of the set, by the way, for me. I'm familiar with the cards, I've been through the set, and I have my own sort of little rankings about what I think stands where. That said, it's not ideal to be just doing this for the first time. However, this is Phantom Draft, courtesy of Midweek Magic, so we will go ahead and see if we can't get a couple of these. So, Calling Professional is, in my estimation, probably the easiest pick here. It's monocolored, it deals 3 damage, it gets around shield counters, it's an instant, it's a very good removal spell, so it's any target, so it can in fact go face. And if you can prevent life gain triggers with it, all the better. Join the Maestros is a fine common. It's actually quite underrated because if you sacrifice something that gives you value when you kill it, then you have just gotten yourself a two 4/3s for 5 mana, which is quite something, let me tell you. This is fine as well. This is fine in Brokers or with a bunch of Connive, in Obscura. Obscura Charm is also pretty good. A lot of these lands are fine because this set, even if you're not fully committing to 3 colors, you're still going to be seeing allied color pair combinations, like 2 color combinations in the allied pairs. So a lot of these will be applicable for multiple decks. So all that said, as much as I like the Ascendancy, this is a very decent card advantage engine. It's basically, you have about a 1 in 3 chance to draw an extra card every turn, which is fine, but it's not something I'm going to jump through the 3 colors first pick for. I'm just going to stick to Calling Professional, and we're going to go from there. Another Ascendancy immediately afterwards, sure. This one is a lot easier to build around and significantly more consistent if you do build around it. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a creature in addition to paying its other costs. If you've got fodder, you've got good spells, you can just use your fodder to recast spells over and over and over again. That is quite powerful. In the right deck, we could just go for this and try to force Grixis spell fodder stuff, or we could just take the murder. For the record, I am just going to take the murder. But there's a lot of good cards here. This card is quite nice. It's Citizens, if late game, the equip cost doesn't matter. And mid to early game, oh man. Giving something +2/+1 and trample for 1 mana each turn is quite nice. This is also quite powerful. 3 mana 4/2 with haste that has indestructible. The turn it comes down, it's guaranteed to get in a hit. And then Inspiring Overseer is a very strong common. This is just a better Cloudkin Seer, color shifted into white. And these cards are, for the most part, all okay, acceptable to play. And I suppose at some point somebody is going to go off with just billions of Gathering Throng. That person I don't think is going to be me today because I will be taking a murder. Now that said, I could also just take Inspiring Overseer. That would also be fine. What I would not want to do here is take, say, a blue card, because that forces me to beat Grixis. Or Maestros, I should say. Because blue-red is an enemy color pair, and as such, only one of the factions has that color pair. By contrast, Murder puts me in black-red, from which point I could go into Maestros or Riveteers, like with the crew captain. So I'm much more inclined to take this. Same goes for red-white, by the way, but I think I like taking the black easy removal spell over. I didn't pick that. I didn't pick that. This card is awful. I mean, it's a combat trick, but I'm not hoping to put this in my deck. Voice of the Vermin is good and I'll take it. What is this? Happy to take this Bouncer's Beatdown now. We should have a murder. Actually, I would probably rather have a second call in a professional. Stay consistent. I should have 2 call in professionals and a murder. This would have been a fantastic start. Gosh. Gosh darn diddly. Now we are looking to be Cabaretti or Riveteers, I suppose. These cards are all okay. None of them particularly speak to me. Wrecking Crew is obviously fine playable. I'm just going to take my red-green fixing. I'm very, very upset. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Power Sludge Arsonist is okay if you are heavy on sacrifice, if you have a lot of treasures. I think, just going to take this Mr. Orfeo. This card is insane. Orfeo doesn't have to attack. Just whenever you attack, Orfeo can double a power. That is quite strong. Blitz creatures generally tend to be quite good because just they cycle. They do their thing, deal some damage. If they have an ETB or on death effect, they take care of that, and then they sacrifice and draw your card. So you're just spinning your wheels, just being grindy, just cycling through your deck. They're all quite decent for that reason. This is also a powerful combat trick because it's essentially a 1/1 that lets you win combat at practically any stage in the game with flash. That is quite strong, and honestly is probably what I'm going to do here. I'm so upset about not having murder. What on earth? We're not really planning to take Demon's Due. We're not really looking to be an attended socialite deck. Gilded Pinions is okay, I suppose. We could, in theory, grab the Dapper Shieldmate and leave us open for Cabaretti, and I think I am gonna do that. But also, if we just wanted to stay red-green, we could definitely take the 2-drop or the Big Skull. I mean, this is gonna be a 2-mana 2-1 a lot of the time, and sometimes it'll be a 2-mana 3-1. This card is just not great. Whereas this is actually a card I'm okay with putting in my deck. You know what, we'll take this big score. Maybe if we end up doing something like some weird big red control deck-ish thing. I'm still so upset. Is this the pack with the murder? This was the pack with the murder, I think. Oh well. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it now, so I might as well give it my best. This detains a thing for 5 mana. This is fine. There's practically no chance we go brokers at this stage. White does seem open, and I hate that I passed a black card, sends all the wrong signals. But I'm still glad I took that. It was the best card in the pack anyways, because now it looks like there's a chance brokers might be open. I don't know. Tavern Swindler is pretty horrific. We'll put it in our sideboard because we're unlikely to play this. I'll just take it. I don't know. I'm so upset. Well, we are still Junding. Look, if you use this properly as a combat trick, then it's basically a murder. Tell yourself that. And grab a Maestro's Charm. Card's very good. 5 damage to a thing, potentially cycle if that's not good enough, and just draining if the life gain or the ending the game is relevant. This is a very flexible, versatile card. However, this card is insane. And the fact that you can blitz him in, like if you don't need to keep the body, then this is creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn, draw a card. What? That is so powerful. Okay, well, followed up with, unfortunately, not another murder. We're going to pass another murder here, I think, because we're going to be taking this Torch Breath. Because this is also a great removal spell. I don't know that it's better than murder, though, actually, but if we're looking to have just a black splash, and we just want to have more of our cards be red, then Torch Breath is definitely better. Now I think I'll finally take this murder. Okay. I mean, we ended up with a lot of... What on earth? I don't really have any sacrifice stuff. My deck is just removal. This is a nice grindy card for that purpose, I suppose. Sure. Pass a murder when you didn't mean to, and then get past 2 murders anyway. It should be 3, but this is still fine. Double call on a professional, nightclub, or double murder, torch breath. I'm okay with what I'm seeing here. The best card for in our colors in red is in particular is definitely Wrecking Crew. And then it's between that really and Kaldia's Strong Arm, and I think we care about the Wrecking Crew a bit more than we care about the Strong Arm. And this way we're still primarily playing Rakdos, if need be. Expendable Lackey, huh? There's a chance we could still go Maestros, is the thing. So if we do end up going Maestros for whatever reason, then I think I will really miss not having expendable lackeys. In fact, possibly even more than I miss having a Waterfront District. Alternatively, I could just take the Waterfront District in case I end up Maestros. Yeah, you know what? I think I would rather have the land to start off with. Alternatively, I could also just commit to Riveteers, but these cards are just not that exciting. So I will take this on the off chance that all of those... What on earth? I mean, I think I'm in the right colors. I'll tell you that. What is happening? We'll take the black creature. Rocco is very good, but I'm not about to give up all of this. And I suppose you could conniving away Maestro's Initiators. I would have loved a Glittermonger, but I mean, murder wheeled this time. Could have had 4 murders though, instead of having 3 murders and 3 call in a professional. This is not great. I think we'll still just go with the Revel Runa. We're just looking like big black-red removal with a couple of connives to smooth us out, set us on the straight path. Also, this Luxurious Libation is looking more and more embarrassing by the second. This card is very good, by the way. 4 mana, 4/4 with a shield counter. Are we likely to play Demon's Due? I mean, at this point, can we even call ourselves, like, we are just a control deck. Torch Breath, triple murder, triple call on a professional. Control deck like that. I'll take the card draw, actually. Legit might even play it. Dig up the body. I don't know if that's going to be good in this deck because we literally have so few creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I don't even know about these guys. This is not good, is it? No, this is Stroll Artifacts. Okay. Okay, so if we're not taking that, what are we taking? Well, we could take Join the Maestros. We could take Maestros Theater. We could also take Vampire Scrivener. We have no life gain whatsoever, but we do have a little bit of life lost, Demon's Due. But 5 mana for something that's going to be just a 2/2 flyer, a 3/3 flyer, does not, most of the time, does not seem good at all. So either we're going for this Wrecking Crew, which we already have one of, Rob the Archives, which is a draw 2, can be a draw 4. Unlikely to ever play this as a draw 4 though. We don't necessarily want to do this all the time because we have removal that we might want to hold. It is still card advantage though. You know what, I think I will actually just take this because it helps find black and red, which I think could be very useful. We really don't need this Midnight Assassin. Discard a card or pay for life. Cannot reanimate him at the moment, so I don't know if this is particularly good. However, that's okay, because we have a Strangle, which we're going to take. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's happening with this deck. Don't ask me. I'm just taking really good removal spells. A lot of really good removal spells. It never ends, the good removal spells. Fiend Silencer, you connive, and then when you die, -6/-X. So this needs casualties to pop off, but it's like we're not super concerned about killing stuff. Literally might just take the 2-drop. Masked Bandits, just Vigilance and Menace. 5 mana, 5/5, fixes our mana. Might actually take that over the Corrupt Court Official. So it's either this or Corrupt Court Official. You know, let's just take the Corrupt Court Official. Keep it fairly straightforward. This is red-green duel, which I think again, we might want. We don't really need bad removal. We have enough great removal. Yetmir's Fixer. Yeah, unlikely about that one, Chief. This is not great, is it? No, it just ramps you into red. Okay. This makes treasures and it makes 1/1. So this is very good with sacrifice. Or ramp you up. We really don't need this Midnight Assassin, I don't think. It's not Vampire Nighthawk, I'll tell you that much. Cabaretti Courtyard. Plasma Jockey. As much as Plasma Jockey is good in an aggressive deck, I don't think we're ever attacking. We already have a Cabaretti Courtyard and a Maestro's Theater. I don't even know if these were the right calls. Again, this is a very new format for me. I'm going to take a second because I feel like I might just need a couple of creatures to just help close games out. Rob the Archives. I already have a Demon's Due. It's just one card though. But we also have Big Score, and this draws a card anyway. Okay, I'll take this. And now I'm pretty happy I did because I got another Rob the Archives. I got the first one back, I suppose I should say. So there's that. I mean, I don't particularly care about any of these, but like Midnight Assassin is the one I'm the most likely to play. This deck ended up so strange. I can't even. I don't know. This is exceedingly weird. I still haven't gotten over it. Okay, well, I'm very happy to get the Masked Bandits back. Okay, this deck ended up quite decent. Could have had 4 murders. Could have had 4 murders. Think about that for a sec. But I think the way it turned out, we're gonna be completely okay with 3. Okay, so do we need forests? Let's see. We have a train resource. Well, we probably need like 1 forest, and then Masked Bandits can help us fix, right? Exile target land gains until Masked Bandits cast from exile. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 green cards, and then this finds black red, and this finds red green. So we have 3 tap lands. So we have 2 green sources, and then a whole bunch of red and black sources. So 6, 6, 12, and 4, 16 lands. Definitely not a 16 land kind of deck. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot to add in the ring. So there. Is this better? Broker says blue, green, white, so we don't care about that. And we didn't end up with Maestro, so this is not useful. And I don't think we're playing any of these cards. How likely we're playing Dig Up the Body? Not particularly is my guess. Also, we have like no early game plays whatsoever. Like Masked Bandits on 2 is generally going to be what we do. Nightclubber makes up for a good amount of that. I wish a couple of these were 2-drops. We don't really have board wipes, it's just all spot removal. So getting a board presence would be pretty good. But at the same time, we have Strangle. I think this is probably honestly fine. How many creatures? 12 creatures still. We managed to pick up a few. Do we have any use for this Exhibition Magician? We have. We are so stacked on 3. Is this worse or this? I think in this particular deck, having the flyer and potentially more removal is more valuable than having the treasure. We don't really have a use for the treasure. We're not ramping into anything except for like a Wrecking Crew, and our fixing for our 2 green cards should be good enough that we don't need an Exhibition Magician for it. The card's not that great anyways. Like it's 3 mana for 3 power and 2 toughness spread out over 2 bodies at best, which is okay, but not great. Might it be better than Midnight Assassin? I mean, we just want things that can attack and, like, end the game. We're not really missing anything else, and I suppose it is a tiny bit of a combo with Orfeo. So, I don't know what else to call this deck. What do you mean? Network error, unable to submit deck. My word. They did this last time with me too. Why? Okay, Cabaretti, Maestro's Racist Tramway. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 7 is 12, so 5 more. 2. Alright. Yosh. Got 11, and then 5, 16, and now we gotta decide whether we want more red or black. But before that, let's get rid of all the cards that we're not going to be playing. Not gonna play Patch Up, very unlikely to play Dig Up the Body. We decided not to play Exhibition Magician, definitely not playing this. Get that out of here, get that out of there, get that out of there. Enchanted creature has Menace. Whatever. We decided this was going to be the deck, but this was 16 lands. We had to just put in one more, right? More red or more black? Slightly more black, and our red is just single red. We need double, though. Double black for all of the murders. So I am tempted to go in the direction of black more than red. And so now this means we gotta cut this by 1 card. Big score. A deck like this, big score can do work. Just having card velocity is quite important. But then we also have Demons Due and Rob the Archives, so maybe we don't need big score as much. And then we're calling it Professional Murder. So let's say, for sake of argument, that we had the 4th murder. We do have the 4th murder. We don't have a Most Wanted. Are y'all seeing this? They actually gave me the 4 murders. But I thought it was the most... What is happening with Arena? What? Y'all see that? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is... If this isn't Jund, I don't know what is. This is... No, actually, never mind. This isn't particularly Jund because all my cards are 1-for-1ing. Jund is all about the 2-for-1 life. We are all about this 1-for-1 life and then refilling. So this is really more of a control deck than it is anything else. Alright, opponent, what do you got? Fish Bait 15. What do we start with? Cabaret Courtyard gets red or green, but we already have green, so we don't really need double green for anything. We've got 2 green cards in our deck, 3 maybe. So Courtyard. Start with the Racer's Ring tap, and then we can make a decision on the Courtyard later. Okay, he's got a cover ready, Courtyard. So when I go Racer's Ring into the Courtyard, opponent's gonna think, haha, my opponent is on Cavaretti. Little does he know. So Cavaretti, sacrifice. Really don't need double green, so we're gonna grab our second mountain. I don't know if we care terribly much about this guy, so let's just play out our might. And then, so opponent's over right here. And then this way, next what we can do is we can threaten to trade this off with something. Also, I suppose this does draw cards. Okay, no, we've got 6 ways. Okay. If you attack, do I trade? Oh, not that he's interested. Exile the top 2 cards. Okay, well, we're in the business, but we don't have the black, but that's okay because we have Force Breath. I'll just pass turn. There's no real reason for me to do anything here. I'm not going to get through with this 3-1. He's more there just to exist as a grinding card advantage engine than he is to like attack and end the game. I'm gonna leave that to the Wrecking Cruise. Sparring Overseer. What does this do? Gain a life. I should probably stop the life gain from that if I don't want him to gain life, and I don't think I do. So we'll get rid of the Social Climber. This is cool to activate this to draw a card. Normally this would be very annoying, but I don't mind because I have a Night Clubber. So if opponent just goes like more 1-drops-ish. This is never attacking through like literally anything. I'll take it. More Civic Guard. This is a very civic-minded individual, I'll tell you that much. We drew the 1 forest. Instead of a second Black Source, which is still a little unfortunate. It's like, okay. So that's muscle, huh? This guy has reach, did you not? I think people forget that Wrecking Crew has reach. Unfortunately. That isn't. Whoops. Do we rob some archives? No, we don't want to exile Wrecking Crews. We might find Black Source though. Might also find another murder. But also just Maestros initiate. Let's drop some off. No. That's fantastic, no casualty. Perfect! Combat attack. And this is +X+X. Okay, so we'll murder the freelance muscle. Unfortunate about the Rob the Archive not getting to draw extra cards and us having to fire it off to find a land. If we didn't have to fire it off to find a land, there was 0 chance I would ever use it there. But you know, it's okay. It is what it is. Ominous Cursor. Can you deal 4, right? Cannot deal 5, so there's that. Warm welcome. Blazing up stuff. Okay. Look at the top 5 cards of the library. Reveal a creature card. Oh, wow, that card is really nice. I don't think we're gonna get more value out of this than we already have. Like, I don't think we're gonna get more value out of the Night Clubber, I mean. Instant. We've got a bunch of instant removal in our hand. This is fine. Just smash. And then next turn, if he hopefully he finds another X. He plays another X1. And then worst case scenario, we'll like Maestros initiate to draw 2, discard 1. Perfect. More X1 values. This Night Clubber is going to do some work, let me tell you. Yep, that's fine. I will take my 2. You are not playing your Upstart. Do we blitz this into draw a card? He doesn't have removal, and we have a Masked Bandits. So I care more about the 2-2, or do I more care about a random card off the top of my deck? I think the 2-2 is actually good in this situation. So let's Night Clubber, and we still have Calling Professional up. He doesn't have a good target for his parcel. He wants to use the parcel. Okay, what are you gonna use this on? On the Skycraft? Okay. Just smash. this is fine. And then on his turn, if he decides to try and gain life back with the Sky Crier, I think we will call in a professional on it. And if he has yet another trick on it, that would be something I would like to see. Attacking with the Civic Gardener. Let's call in a pro on the Sky Crier. You actually got it. No, you did not. That's completely fine. That is a clean result. 2 for 1. Well, I suppose it would have been. It ended up kind of being a 1 for 1, but it's okay. So this is Brazen Upstart is a big boy. So let's just call in yet another professional, and then see what creature card he gets. He is at this point completely out of resources, and he even whiffs on it. Fantastic. Hit for 4, and then we can threaten to kill next turn. The turn after next with the Max Bandit, since he does anything annoying. That is a little. I kind of now wish we had a Nightclubber back. It's okay for you to do your Civic Duty. Take my 2. That's fine. Turn. Demon's Due is a fine draw, but I don't think we need this at this point. This 4/5 seems like it's going to get there. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to use your parcel up on this, that's okay by me. Let's still count this over. And then I will just play a 5/5 with Vigilance and Menace. Is this target player, by the way? Or is this you? No, it's you. Sometimes you get to do this to target player, and then you can just like kill him with it. Scuffling Butler. What about it? If you control 2 or more multicolored permanents, you do no such thing. So do we try to Demon's Due first, actually? This is so greedy. What if we don't find enough black source? But there's a high chance we will, because we do get to scry too. Okay, there we go. We'll just draw both of those. Vigilance and Menace is a combo, let me tell you. At least as far as limited is concerned. Hit him with a big old critter. And he can't even hit me back. And if he even tries to hit me back, I'm just gonna let him. I don't recall seeing a double strike card in the format. Yep. That's it. Too much removal. Still had 2 murders and card draw in my graveyard. Wow, this deck is this deck is quite something. I cannot say that this happens in limited very often, but it is certainly quite something. Okay, let's keep going. Claim prize. We got a glorious protector for our troubles. I was just checking to make sure that nothing had gone wrong with the deck in the Ethan. Okay, well, this looks like a very standard deck. Very standard hand for this deck. The opponent has a very fast start. Those are the times when we might be in trouble if we don't have enough time to remove all of the things that they're doing. But outside of that, we have to be alright just about most of the time. Next turn, okay, opponent does nothing, we just get us. Yes, we already have double black. We'll go grab double red now then. So now we have double red, double black, and Voice of the Vermin. Good game. But opponent, did you not want to see all these murders and calling it pros I had in my hand? Shield counters will prevent murder from being cast. Shield counter will not, however, prevent. Shield counter will not prevent. Wowee. What did we get? What did we get? And hey, that's a nice card. It'll go nicely into a bunch of different green decks. I'm happy about that one. So as I was saying, shield counters will get taken off by murder. Murder cannot kill creatures with shield counters on them, but Calling a Professional has no such limitations. Also love that regardless of if we have like a red heavy hand or a black heavy hand, we'll either have Calling a Professional or Murder to deal with their threats. So we're always copying no matter what. Also, if they're blue, Torch Breath can do some work, or if they have X ones that are annoying, then Torch Breath can do some work. But so far, no problem. If they play an X1 here, we're probably going to kill it almost no matter what it is. That's not an X1. That's completely fine. Completely fixing. I got nothing, Chief. I got a bunch of black cards I can't cast. He should suspect something is up. Be it Torch Breath or Calling a Pro. You played anything for 3 turns. Arena stopped me temporarily on my turn. That should tell him that this is. Okay, so we can kill this with Torch Breath now. Yes, we can. So we're going Torch Breath x equals 2. Because Night Clover doesn't kill that. And that is annoying, and that it'll eventually hit. Okay, well, I mean, what are we doing? Not playing this. Draw card. Maestros gets the second Black Source, which is quite important. If they had like X1s, I think they would have gotten rid of, they would have used them up already. So I think this is fine. Because now whatever they play, we can call in a Pro on it, and then attack with Menace, and then turn after that, we'll have Murder up. Okay. That's a nice little follow-up. Blitzing in with a decoy. That's some sweet value. They basically just destroyed one of my creatures and drew a card. That's very nice value for them. That's quite unfortunate for us. I suppose I should have thought about that being a thing that they could do. It would also have gotten some very nice value for my Night Clover as it is. They're instead the ones getting the value, which I don't love. That's what it is there. Paragon of Modernity. Yeah, this card is a threat in this deck. He has 3 colors of mana. I think a lot of people, including myself, have underestimated how good this card can be in this format, because it's actually relatively easy to get 3 colors of mana going, given that these lands exist and that you have these cards. It's actually much easier than I thought it would be to get multiple colors of mana going in your mana base. What do you have? Do you have a... What is the shop effect in this format? There isn't one, right? It's Strangle. So what could you have at instant for 1 green, black, or red? Stupid Black Trick, or like a Luxurious Libation? You keep pointing to my Wrecking Crew. I don't like it. If he plays the Bandits, I'm pretty sure we have to murder that. And then we have Fallen a Professional and Strangle for whatever smaller things he has. We do need to start drawing card draw now because of that card advantage play he made. We need to make sure that we can keep up. Like, we are throwing removal spells at him. Oh my god. This doesn't do anything, right? I don't need to draw Murder. We have a lot of murders in the deck. So it's not that big of a stretch, honestly. I mean, Tempo? Question mark? How many murders have we used? We've used 2 murders and 1 Calling a Pro. Torch Breath. We've got So we've got one Call on a Pro here, 2 more in the deck, plus a Strangle. Do you have enough damage? How is that even possible? 4 cards in hand. Must be removable for the Wrecking Crew. Not even. What do you have? Removal that doesn't kill Wrecking Crew? Lands? I mean... Oh, I can't. No second green. Oh, I have Murder. Yay. If opponent doesn't kill my Wrecking Crew now, I can keep hitting him. I feel like if he could kill my Wrecking Crew, definitely would have killed it last turn. So now I'm feeling very good, now that I have Murder. 2 Murder. I have 1 Murder in hand. I still have another Murder in the deck. This is silly. Luxurious Libation for 0. I was right. He did have a Luxurious Libation. Why? You're telling me you can deal 4 to this guy? Okay. I'll take my 2 for 1. If it's a combat trick... He is trying to combat trick this. It doesn't return. He gets a treasure token. But I'm guessing he has a thing that deals 3 damage then, or 2 damage. Either way, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to call in a Pro on that. That's still a 2 for 1 for me. And hopefully it prevents my Wrecking Crew from dying. And it's not a real creature, it's a token creature, so he can't even make a perfect response. Okay, Call on a Pro dealt with 2 of his cards, and he's dead! He just doesn't think he has any answers left in his deck for Wrecking Crew. That's so silly. Alright. I got my 3 wins, fellas. I'll taste the joint. That's all I get for my troubles. We'll see if we can't get a couple more wins off of this. And probably play till we get our first loss, or to 7 wins. That way it can feel like the full length of a real draft, unless I get bored of absolutely curb stomping up opponents. This hand is fine, for we actually have one of our 2 drops in hand. Shocking behavior. Okay, no target for the Strangle. If he's an aggressive deck, we got him all covered. Doesn't look to be that way though. Now we can go 2 drop, and opponent has no idea about our What did we get? We got a Buyer Silence. He's not in Night colors, so this worries me less. Although both of my creatures generate value when they die. Well, I mean, one already generated value, so I don't lose anything by losing it, and the other one generates value from the graveyard, so this is fine. Are you trying to lure me into depopulate? This is really not the best that you can do. Strangle the magic. You know what? I am A-okay with you doing that. No green source, unfortunately you cannot cast Voice of the Vermin. Suppose we'll just have to pass with 2 murders and a strangle. How unfortunate. Okay, alright, Rocco's good. Solid card advantage. Night Clover! That's not a Night Clover. That's very insane. This is the best 2-drop you could find in your deck. Midnight Assassin. And I don't care. Enough about this to strangle it, I don't think. Rocco gets blanked right now by the port official. Attendant Socialite doesn't do anything. This 1/1's doing work at the moment, which is very weird. If he kills the 1/1, oh. Tricks. Sure. Really? Just let it happen. Why not do that before attack? Are we using this as a removal spell? Nah, I don't think so. We have so much removal on hand. Admittedly, we need a second black before we can cast a lot of it, but worst case scenario, we'll have to loot for it. Although our chances are pretty high of drawing one organically. We've got dual lands and just more swamps and more experience. Muscle has to attack, right? It's not sufficient for just him to attack. Yeah, muscle is not enough to attack. Hold on, this is 3 damage. And then it only buffs itself. So Midnight Assassin can hold them back actually quite effectively. It's also when it blocks. Man, not having that second black sword sucks. No attacks. Strangle that guy. And pass the turn with Midnight Assassin up to block the freelance muscle. Yetmir's Fixer, sure. No treasure. No treasure fixer, that's what I like to see. Pass. Go ahead. No attacks. Okay. We're happy to call in a prone that guy. That guy's a sweet dude, so calling in a prone that guy does not seem bad. Okay, you know what? This is getting a little ridiculous. We're gonna do this now. See if we can hit a land. We cannot. But we really don't need this Voice of Vermin. It's when it specifically when voice attacks, right? So this also doesn't get a black source. Quite something, but it does get a green source, which lets us cast or fail. And then no attacks as before. Midnight Assassin holds back Freelance Muscle, which holds back my Wrecking Crew. We're a little stuck at the moment, but Mr. Orfeo will soon come down to see if he can't help with the Wrecking Crew Freelance Muscle stalemate. Okay, second black. Fantastic. Tap, no problem. This is an 8-5. Still don't want to risk it, because I don't need to. I absolutely do not need to risk this in any way, shape, or form. This can just happen. Overlook. I would have really liked both of my lands, both of my sacked fetch lands to be Riveter's lands. But it's okay, we don't always get. Oh my gosh. It doesn't do anything at the moment because it gets blanked, but I will take my 8. Okay. Murder that guy. I just have to send him with this guy. Hit you back for 8. 2 can play a back game. Go. This card does a surprisingly large amount of work. The fact that it has reach is so nice, and 5 is so much more than 4. Again, Midnight Assassin is doing an amazing job of holding back Freelance Muscle. Again, he just gives up the ghost. He knows he can't fight against that fully stacked attack. You know, I honestly could keep playing more of these, and fun as these are, but unfortunately the quality of the opposition has been pretty bad. And the quality of the opposition has been pretty bad because I think it's a Phantom Bot draft, and also like this deck, it's very obvious what it can do. We've absolutely, we've shown that we're absolutely crushing with all the removal and card draw. It's a very, very interesting deck. Not the kind you see very often. But I'm very happy that it is the way that it is. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. 4, 4, and then 2 of my creatures are also removal. So that's 10 removal spells, 11 removal spells, 12 removal spells. 12 removal spells, 4 of which are hard removal. 1 card draw spell, 2 card draw spell, 3 card draw spell, card draw lands, and connives. Dude, this deck is nice. It feels really good to put together something like this in Limited because yes, the format has insane bombs, but you know what all of these bombs are weak to? Murder and calling a professional. That combination of cards will wreck a lot of the bombs. So I'm very pleased with this deck. I don't know if this would have worked out if it was not a Phantom draft, but you know, I'm happy it worked out the way that it did. Until next time, see y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this, introducing yourself to the format. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, peace.